What's going on, everybody? Mr. iSnap Studios here, coming back at you with another iSnap Interviews Live. And as I always tell y'all, I always keep myself a little preoccupied, so I always end up taking some time being back on YouTube and all. So bear with me, please. So, hopping right onto it, I have with me a returning guest. So please let the whole world remind us all who you are, brother, and what you about.
How y'all doing out there in virtual land? My name is Jay Statz, that's Jaystatz. I'm a local artist from Flint, Michigan. Here to tell everybody what's going on with my new projects and my other endeavors that's going on. Thank you for having me, Alvin. Thank you for having me.
Yeah, did an interview with him last year during the pandemic, and we're pretty much doing more of a catch-up now. So obviously a lot of us has pretty much been active since things have started opening back up. Some of us have been getting back in the groove of things. Some of us has always been in the groove of things and never let up once. So with that being said, why don't you let us know what you've been up to, like what you got going on for yourself? And I know you have a lot going on because I was at one of them functions.
Just to sum it up, I'm decided to take on the movies now. So not only just doing my music and everything, now I'm actually getting into film, which is something really I wanted to get in at a young age too, with doing theater and acting and doing improv. So it all basically started, it culminated from me not releasing, but want to do a song. And I want to separate myself differently from everybody else in the city and even around too. So what I put together was me doing a short film. So for everybody out there, is a short film / music video that presents one of my songs, and that film is called Hollow Ave. The name of the song is called Exhale Love. Pretty much it's a movie with a lot of messages. You know, I'm a big fan of Get Out, Us. A lot of Jordan Peele was inspiration behind what I'm doing too. So I like horror films. I like a good thrill, and I feel like that's something to keep people captivated, keeping on the edge of their seats. It's gonna keep you locked in, you know. Everybody wants to be entertained in some fashion. So with the movie Hollow Ave, pretty much breaks down, explains a guy, which is me playing the main character, who pretty much just falls for this girl. He looks into her eyes, you know, on 3 different occasions, and she pretty much possesses him and takes him over, and she kills him, but she doesn't kill him like stab like Jason, Michael Myers type deal, but she pretty much makes him incapable of loving, pretty much makes him this cold-hearted person, pretty much just takes all his purity out, you know? So that's the idea, what I want to present to the audience. And, you know, I feel like a lot of the male audience, we need a representation too. Like, we all probably, you know, say at one point or maybe in the future have dated a female or will date a female that will just destroy us from the inside out and just makes us a whole different individual at that point. Makes it hard for us to trust, makes it hard for us to love. So really, that's what this short film really much tells. And the song Exhale Love, to kind of break that down, it's like, it's my ex, we went through hell, and then there's the love. Where does the love go? So when you breathe in, you're inhaling, and then you exhale, you're pushing out the love because it's no longer there anymore, which is Exhale Love. So that's the song I'm be releasing. We don't have an exact release date right now for the film, but I'm looking at somewhere around January of next year releasing it, and also releasing the song too. Available on all platforms, right? Yeah, all platforms.
All right, you heard that now, and honestly, I'm looking forward to seeing how this project turns out, especially since you did convey the messages about one thing I do feel like that's really not really told is about how us men do deal with the toxicity from some of the women that we do deal with in our lives. Even I can vouch for that. When I had one point dealt with someone who was toxic to me, I didn't see it at that time because I was caught up in not the love, but the lust of her, and that's what gets a lot of us men caught up, and we don't really speak too much on that, do we? Why don't you go ahead and enlighten us on the aspects of us men when we deal with the women who pretty much turns out to be more toxic to our lives?
Yeah, like I said, that's really like a touchy subject that a lot of us men do not like to address and talk about, because when you watch the film, it's initially showing us being in control, showing us, like we handle, like, yeah, girl, I got you, so I can handle that. The other dudes, they must have been soft. They couldn't handle you. You know what I'm saying? To an extent, maybe physically we can handle that person, that woman, but emotionally, are we really truly prepared to deal with what came before us in her life? Because it kind of creates that domino effect, right? Where hurt people hurt people. She must have been hurt really bad by somebody to come and hurt me the way she did. And now I'm in this whole paradigm of life now where it feels like I literally can't go back to trust, because every time I try to go back and trust, I feel that pain. And if, let's just say, for instance, I do just say, you know what, let me shake that off and forget it, and I go back and I try to love again, and I get hurt for a second time, think of the detriment I'm gonna feel, like the pain, like it amplifies at that point, to the point where you be like, you know what, that's it. I'm done with love. I'm done with relationships. And a lot of men don't want to talk about this. It's like the same thing we talked about before with like mental health awareness. Like with me and Charlemagne, we talked about a couple times too about our black people with mental health. And I want to also, look at it as, well, yeah, we suffer through that too, but us black men, we go through a lot of stuff. Us men, not even saying black men, but us men in general, we go through a lot of stuff. And when you tie women in that, and you look at the fact, like, who do we turn to? What outlets do we have that we can go to and watch for examples and really just like, damn, that was me. So this short film, Hollow Ave, really presents that. It shows that us men go through stuff too, and and then this is typically what happens. But it's put in concepts and so many different hidden messages. So when you going back, so everybody watching this, y'all go and look at the film Hollow Ave. Like, you're gonna definitely see like all like the messages in there, like even the stuff that you think you missed, you go back, you look at it, oh, that makes so much sense. And the song speaks for itself too. Like, song is very dope. So yeah, man.
All right. And that is very powerful too, because when we as men go through those toxic situations, dealing with females who obviously have been dealt dirty hand on them, a lot of times we do take on a lot of all the baggage they have endured, and sometimes it may be that they didn't know at that time, and they've been around it so much that they probably don't even really know how to be treated as a woman when a man actually does come around and present themselves to them, or for the fact that maybe that's something that they are just more used to, something that they are more drawn to, because energy is a very, very real thing. Energy is a very powerful thing, and when it comes to that, let's go ahead and amp it up a little bit. Whenever you do have intercourse with a young woman, you do actually take on some of those extra souls, those extra entities that still resides in her, because a lot of that does reside in women for a very long period of time, despite how the arguments may be. But that is dealing with the more spiritual realm at that point.
Yeah. The laws of attraction, like, really what our generation is definitely accustomed to now is more like lust type things. Like, when you lust, you don't realize like what type of spiritual entities that you letting inside of your good sanctities now, which is your body, your temple. So you got to make sure like you really, really knowing who you talking to and take the time out. It don't matter how beautiful or captivating that individual is. It's a process to things. There's a reason why there's wait till marriage before you cut the sheets. There's a reason why you're supposed to really just date and build. There's all types of things that really come with this. And when you don't follow these type of rules, which I feel like, I feel like they're rules, when you don't follow all these steps and you just want to skip to the main, get to the dessert, get to the point, you're going to miss all the signs, literally. You know what I'm saying? That's like you going across you go into like an intersection and it says blocked off. So you be like, nah, I'm gonna take a shortcut. I'm gonna go around. I'm gonna try to take a shortcut and go around. You done wasted all that time going around, and that side just is blocked off too. You miss all the other signs. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like each step that when you dealing with the talking stage of somebody, you gotta make sure that you're following through. You don't know what hidden agendas that man or woman could have. And when you get to that point where you just so entrusting them with your life and everything else that comes with the relationship, you know, you're gonna get disappointed in some shape or form. And that's why I'm very cautious of who I date and who I talk to, because I ain't getting caught up like that no more, man. Them days is over. Focus on y'all careers. Forget relationships. Focus on y'all careers. Get the bag first.
And that is very important because as a man, it's very key for us to really focus on this, building our kingdoms and our establishments before we really have somebody that we can share that kingdom and establishment with, unless they've been with us through the mud, which a lot of the times it's very hard to even come across that. So yeah, it's very good for us men and women too to be able to really focus on building ourselves, focus on our careers, focus on our goals, continue to just push ourselves and climb those ladders. And we definitely can go ahead and mingle. We definitely can go ahead and chat it up. We can go ahead and have our fun. Just keep it a buck.
Keep it real. That's all you gotta do. Just be honest. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't gotta sit there and just front your move. You know what I'm saying? Like keep it real. That's one thing I'm never gonna do to any female or anybody for that matter. Like when I was younger, yeah, my mouthpiece is good. I talk a good game. But I'm at an age now where I don't got time for that. You know, my playtime is over. It got to be a time where you be like, you know what? You got to call it quits. Let me get to the serious parts now. I'm not going to sit there and feed you no false dreams, no false hopes, and geek your head up and then leave you sitting there thinking like, damn, when is this going to happen? I'm going to stick around, but guess what? While you sticking around, I'm out here playing games. Ladies, please. If you think in your head that all guys are playing games and all guys are the same, then maybe you need to change how you doing stuff. Because guess what? These grown men, they're not going to change. They're not. But that doesn't give you the right to be monkey see, monkey do type on us either. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of good guys, we're the quiet ones. Here's a secret. Here's a tip for you. All the good guys, we're the quiet, chilled ones and stuff. We might be the ones that's a little bit nerdy. We might be the ones that's just a little bit quiet. Might, you know what I'm saying, come off like it's, I don't want to date this guy, but we're the best ones out there for you. We're the ones that's the longevity for you. So, but maybe I'm just jumping into a whole different conversation now, and they gonna look at this video and be like, so this guy's angry. He's telling the truth. I mean what I say. But yeah, like, nah, but ladies, you know what I'm saying? Take accountability for y'all actions too. Men, if you find a good woman, you have a good woman, look, I don't care how much juice you got or what you doing, at the end of the day, you know, treat her right, man. You know what I'm saying? Karma's is a female dog, man. Don't go through that. Especially if you spiritual too, you should not want that bad karma back in your life, brother and sister.
Very true, because anything you put out in the universe will always find its way to come back to you. It will not matter what time. It does not have a time frame of when it will happen. It will just happen when you least expect it. That's when it happens.
It will happen at the best times in your life too. You could be doing something real great and exciting, and then out of nowhere, just like boom, karma. Like, you remember me? Remember you did this 3 years ago? I done been slapped with it. I know. Y'all take heed. Y'all take heed of what he's saying, man. It's facts. Real facts.
Right. And also throw this out there, the awesome type of good men out there is the ones that pretty much stays doing their own thing and really don't be paying a lot of people no mind. Those probably be the best ones to add in there. Just to give y'all a hint about me.
Message. Alvin's announcing these, you know what I'm saying? I'm available, you know what I'm saying? I'm just talking, you know, so I'm gonna be quiet. I am 810-620. Okay.
All right. Oh, that was a good one. So continuing on, man, like with you being able to take on this step to do short film movie / music video, stepping in that realm, how would you say that you have evolved as an artist throughout this whole time? Because obviously, like, you definitely still do on your grind even during the pandemic, and obviously there has been some changes that's gone on with you as well. So why don't you let us know what you had went through in this evolving stage?
Whew, I have went from a caterpillar to a butterfly since last time we talked, Alvin. And really, it all started me just being in a different mindset, a different realm of thinking. You know, at one point when we did our first interview, I was talking based about me doing this and that, and then going to LA. Had a couple opportunities too, had everything set, but something was like, you know, this is my base. This is where I work the best at. If I get to a place where it's very crowded and a lot of people, will I be able to think better? Will I be able to be sharper? And I answered that to myself honestly, and it was a no. I wouldn't be able to think better. So being here amongst my people, my city, Flint, where I was born and raised at, this is where I'm able to think and draw my creativity. This is where literally I get it out the mud, and I take that and I make pressure and I make heat and I create diamonds. It's where I know I can give back to my community and my people and create something that hasn't been done or isn't been done by anybody I'm around yet. So between my music to what I'm doing now, the whole transitions, everything is definitely took a big turn. I mean, just this year, 2021, I lost my engineer, Bernard Terry. You know, RIP to Mr. Bernard Terry, who helped me find my sound and develop me as an artist and as the person I am right now. So it's a lot. It's a lot. When I look at where I'm at with the movie, something I always wanted to do, and I always look at it like this: time is never on our side. You know what I'm saying? You gotta really hit the express button on what you want to do in life. You know, it's a thinking process, but at least know what you want to do first. And I knew that I wanted to be here still. I knew it's still people I wanted to help out, and I knew that I wanted to embark on different journeys. So if I ask, you know, to answer the question, like where I'm at as an artist and what I'm doing, I'm a lot more sharper. I'm a lot more focused. If I lost, you know what I'm saying, a couple of people around me, yeah, you know, I had a couple of people off that wasn't focused or wasn't serious like I was, and that all draws into the individual I am now and the artist that I am today, because I want us to all be able to succeed and get to this pinnacle of life. And you can't do that if you got people that's supposed to be playing a part and they're not even putting in. I don't care necessarily what you bring to the table. I just really care if you're at the table and if you're also helping, passing whatever I'm directing you to pass on. I might give you some knowledge. Can you pass that knowledge on to the next person, help the next person? You know what I'm saying? Each one teach one, you know what I'm saying? Pass it forward, pay it forward. So to me, it's all about having the right type of people around me, all about building them strong connections and really providing something for my community and for my city. So me as an artist, as an actor now, me as a director, me as this guy with dreams that I'm turning into reality, yeah, I definitely could say life took a big change for me and I've amplified everything I've done, man.
All right, and there you have it. That is the evolution of our good guy, Jay Statz. And be on the lookout because it's definitely going to be something. He's got some dope music on the way. He's got a music movie coming out the way. Mr. iSnap Studios kind of stepped in there. You will see. You might not see the face.
I want to also thank everybody that came out for October 9th party filming of Hollow Ave, and I want to give a special shout out to my boy Alvin for coming out in one of the most scariest, dopest outfits with mask. Bro, you scared the shit out of me. Because when I got there, I did not expect none of it, because my mind is like rushing everywhere. And if you didn't have that hat on, bro, I was ready to do one of these. I was like, because I know I'm doing like a horror film, but that's one thing. I don't mess with really too much horror stuff. I like the aspect of it because it draws you in, but that mask, boy oh boy, y'all gonna see it. Y'all definitely gonna see it. And I would like to thank, my homegirl Yana. I want to thank Bayface Lonnie. I want to thank my boy Junior. I want to thank Cosmo. I want to thank Tony Deshay for allowing me to use his crib. My boy Zach, you know what I'm saying, at Decimal Productions. You know what I'm saying, Decimal Ghosts. You know what I'm saying, for doing the film and everything. So everybody definitely played a big part. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I'm missing anybody, just drop in the comments that you forgot me. But everybody played a big part of putting this film together, and I hope I could be able to do more films in the future and really change the game of what we're doing right now with how we film in the city of Flint. You know what I'm saying? And anybody want to collab, work with me. Y'all need a great photographer, video person. It's the guy you go to. I don't let no one touch my photos but him. Nobody. If you around me, you in my camp, y'all go to iSnap Studios and get y'all photos. I ain't gonna say it no more, nigga.
And the best part is, as he has discovered that night, I wasn't even trying to shoot. I wasn't even trying to make no shots at all. I wasn't even...
One more time, sir. Let me tell y'all, he sent me a couple photos that he did of the movie we filmed at. When I tell you, like, the people I showed, like, we all agreed in unison, there was no bad shots of anybody. Like, that shit was beautiful, bro. I want to thank you again for that, man. I want to thank you again. That right there was some beautiful shots he did, man. So I was impressed. The director, he's, you know what I'm saying, he looking at like, whoa. Like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody was looking at like some damn. Like, this is some shit I instantly like, okay, I don't want to put too much out there because I'm like, it's a surprise, but I had to sit there, snap one on the gram real quick and Snapchat. But bro, you did your thing, bro. Like, this is the go-to photography. Anything this guy does, his name behind, you got my support 1,001%, bro. Make sure y'all go to iSnap Studios right now and get your photo right now, to get all the packages or whatever. If you catch a big guy, black guy like me with dreads walking around trying to promote cars to you, go ahead and get those cards and get locked in with him immediately.
Man, thank you so much. Appreciate you having you back on another interview, man. It's an honor, man. So, yeah, this has been another iSnap Interviews Live. We will be back again, maybe next week, maybe next month. Possibly next year, depending on how I go.
Just know, excuse one more time, I'm tired of taking the mic from you, brother. Just know we're going to be back. Alvin will be back. I will be back. You'll probably see a lot of me too, you know what I'm saying? You never know. Just know that when iSnap Studio snaps it, you know it's quality. Bingo. That's a commercial.
All right. Thank you once again. This has been a great interview. Tune in for another interview segment. Mr. iSnap Studios, Mr. Jay Statz. Holla.